This is Throwback Thursday, so I thought I'd throw something back. I was a young deputy. I was about 21 years old, and I was dispatched to a call of a family disturbance in the Wabash Woods. And way back in the day, the Wabash Woods was a lot of old rickety trailers down a dirt road. This was back in the early 70s, when I was really young. I'm just barely young now. So I arrive at this little bitty tiny mobile home that's not much larger than a pull-behind trailer. When I arrive, the front door's open, the windows are up. It's summertime, September-ish. School had just started, and it was hot. You know, this is Florida. It was hot as blue blazes. It was so hot, even the flies were sweating. So I walked in this trailer, and there's this big, lanky kid who must have been 6'4" or 6'5", and his mother sitting on this little chair, and she was crying. And I said, "What's the problem?" She said, "It's my son. He started school. It's his senior year. He's done good in the past, and he came home and announced he's not going back." He jumped up and started screaming at his mama. And I shoved him back down on the couch and said, "You're not going to scream and cuss at your mama while I'm here. Now you hush up and let your mama finish the story." She told the story about how he wouldn't go to school, and I looked over there, and that big boy, a young man really, had tears running down his face. I said, "Now it's your turn. Tell me, what's the problem?" He said, "You see this shirt?" As he pulled it out from his body with all these little holes in it. "I've got one more t-shirt that looks just like this. And you see these blue jeans with holes all in them?" This was when it wasn't cool to have holes in your shirt and your jeans. He said, "I got one more pair just like this. And mister," he said, "look at these shoes, these sneakers with holes in the bottom. That's all I've got. I started school this last week, and people laughed at me. They made fun of me. And I'm not going back. I'm not going back and be treated like that ever again." Well, this was back in the day, and we didn't have social services like we did today. I was a young deputy, and I thought about it, and I said, you know, I'm going to do what young men do. I called my mama. My mama was very active in our church, and I said, "There's this wonderful family here. They're so poor they can't pay attention. They don't have anything. And there's a real problem here, and I think we can fix it if we can get this kid some decent clothes." So my mother contacted the minister and all the other ladies in the church, and they went over there and they wrapped their Christian arms around that family. They made sure that they were taken care of, that there was food, that there was clothing, that the shelter was appropriate. They did everything they could to help. So let me fast forward. It's 2 months down the road. I've not paid any more attention. I'm a young deputy going call to call. So I'm going back in that Wabash Woods to a different residence. As I pass by that little trailer, all of a sudden that big boy bolted out of the front door and is running down through the yard to get my attention. I stopped. I rolled the window down. He looked at me and said, "Mister, look at my clothes. The church helped us. We're doing good. I'm back in school. McDonald's even hired me part-time, and I'm making money. I'm going to do okay." Well, that's what law enforcement officers across this state and country do every day. We make a positive difference in people's lives. And you know, I wonder where that fella is today. Haven't heard from him since he was in high school, but gosh, he made me proud. He got a little help, a hand up, not a hand out. And he finished high school, and he was working for McDonald's. Who knows? He may own McDonald's today, some McDonald's franchises today. Anyway, that's what we do here at the Sheriff's Office and all of law enforcement. We help people.